you? Hello, 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 hello. Hello, everyone. It is me, Aunt Carla, and I am doing a test right now to see how sounds are going. Let's see. We don't want mute. Hi, hey, hey. I could be louder. Maybe I'll put a microphone in. I don't know. I don't know. We're going to see how this works. So, everyone and Jim. So, last week I was doing a live challenge, and it seemed like I was doing Beyonce's Everybody on Mute challenge because no one could hear me. No one could hear the playback, which was really unfortunate because I thought it was really good. Fortunately, I did record it on Instagram, which means uh, that I at least had some recording to work with, and I could do things with that. But um, as far as YouTube, all I have is a 44-minute mute video. Not much I could do with that. So let's see. I need at least a minute before I can record this. Hello, CK Holmes. Hello. I'm just doing a test. But since you're here, I'm going to go live. I'm going to go live again officially. Can you hear me, CK Holmes? Can you hear me? Can you hear my um, can you hear my voice? Can you hear my sounds? Oh, fantastic. You can. Okay. I'm just doing a test, but since you're here, I'm going to pull a card for you. Just for you. Because you're the only one here. Oh, Jim Key. Oh, yes. Jim Keys is here. All right. Well, I'm going to get one. I'm going to pull a card first for CK Holmes. All right, CK. Let's see. Now, I'm pulling these cards from, what is this? This is the Oracle of Mystical Moments deck. This is a really pretty deck, and it's my card of the month for Libra season. So think upon a question. I think I'll pull 3 cards. Let's see. Think of a question, and I'm going to pull some cards. Okay. Ooh. Wow. Okay. So the first card, these are Oracle cards. So they might not, I don't know what you're used to, but this card is Miss Sunshine. And it has, oh, you know what? Though, let me show you. There's a couple of things here. We have Miss Sunshine, but we also have day and night. This, I think, is really interesting because this is day and night. Should I give a question? You know what? Actually, go ahead. If you have a question, go ahead and ask it. But I will just go ahead and finish this reading, or maybe I'll go for Jim. I don't know. Miss Sunshine, it's like day and night, but also this one is also day and night. So with Miss Sunshine, to me, for like this is October and it is we're about to go into eclipse season. I'm thinking that Miss Sunshine is about like you're being very positive, you're a very positive person, but you have some other things going on that maybe you might be kind of worried about, you might be kind of anxious about, but you feel that you have to put on a brave face. Let me know if that makes any sense for you. So Miss Sunshine is kind of like feeling like, okay, I have to pretend. I don't want to say pretend, but just I have to put on this brave face. I have to look like I know what I'm doing or that I have everything together, that everything is going fine. When there's like a whole other life going on. So, like, that means you might have stuff going on. Your brave face makes sense because sometimes we have stuff going on in our home life or in our relationship and we can't bring it to work. We just can't. And we have to just kind of like go right ahead and do our thing. And then day and night is kind of like that similar vibe. I feel like these cards are very similar in that you're feeling both. You're going through, what am I trying to say? You're going from one end to the other. Like they're extremes. You're going from one extreme to the other, and you might be feeling on one thing you're really really happy about, and then other things you're like not so great. And then my home is my castle. Oh, this is also really nice for Libra season. My home is my castle. There's this woman, and she's in front of this castle. And this is saying take some time to make your space very comfortable. This is Libra season. It's all about the aesthetic. So with all of these things that are going on with you, whatever kind of brave face that you might be putting putting on, whatever kind of thing that you're going back and forth, remember to make sure that your home is your castle, and that you have the food that you want, that you have it comfortable, that you have all of the things that you need, because your home is going to be your refuge. Because maybe work might be kind of stressful, but you want your home to be set up as nicely and as comfortable as you can. So hope that makes sense. But I'm gonna do another card for you. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Since I have a real person on this card, let's see. Maybe I want to do a different deck. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see. I think I'm gonna pull from my liminal deck here. Liminal. You're welcome. I'm gonna pull another card for you. Another set here. This is postcards from the liminal space. This is for when you're going through, this is like when you might be going through changes, or you're kind of with that day and night that kind of feel like you're not feeling one way or another, and you're kind of balancing things out. So this card is really good for when you don't necessarily have everything worked out, but you're just trying to find your footing. So let's pull some cards from here. I really like the way this deck shuffles. Not every deck shuffles nicely, but this one does. Okay. All right, work life. All right, work life. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Oh, okay. So this card says, come back to earth. Come back down to earth. So perhaps CK Holmes, perhaps CK, you might have had some kind of emotional feeling. You might be in your feelings about work. It might be something like you might have been promised something, or you might have been promised something and you're kind of getting excited. This card is saying, don't get ahead of yourself. Come back down to earth. Be grounded. Don't make plans too far in advance. Don't count your chickens before you're hatched. If you have a manager or boss who's like promising the world, don't like don't don't count your chickens before they hatch. That's basically it. Like, come back down to earth is about like being grounded, and don't get yourself too far out in any kind of promises that other people have made. Now this one is interesting. You are not alone in this uncertain place. So you are not alone. This is very interesting because this is like a someone being, oh hey Tanya, hey, I'm testing out my Tanya, I'm testing out YouTube. I'm going to go live again, but this is just something I'm trying out right now. You're not alone in this uncertain place. This card is for CK. So this card, this is being like, you're not alone in this uncertain place. Now, as I was saying here, come back down to earth. There may be other people who are also in that same place. Other people may have been receiving promises. Someone else is saying, oh, you're going to get this job, or you're going to get this promotion, and you're going to be doing all this other stuff. The thing is, you're not the only person who's receiving these messages. Someone else is. And when I see come back down to earth with you're not alone in this uncertain place, this is letting me know that whoever is might be kind of like gassing you up, or just kind of blowing smoke um, up your skirt. I don't know a better way to say that. They're doing it for other people. Maybe it's one of those people who are they are people pleasers. They're people pleasers, and they don't like to tell people bad news. And when that happens, they sometimes end up disappointing a lot of people. However, the ending is good. We have the rainbow card. So this says come back to earth, and that you're not alone, but you are still going to land on your feet. So work white might be feeling kind of, you're not really sure if it does involve some kind of um, if it does involve some kind of promise, like a new department, a new position, promotion, any of those things. It might be a little while before it happens, but you will get some kind of, there will be some kind of positive ending out of it. But just know it might take a little while because this person, they're saying a lot of things to a lot of different people and they want to make people happy. And they want, but it never works out that way. It works out after people get pissed off and then and then they get mad. But just stay grounded. That is the message. Stay grounded. You know that you're doing a good job. You know that you are putting in the work. Just keep your eye on the prize. Keep your eye on what it is that you want, and you will eventually have some success. But for the moment, you might be getting some smoke blown up your skirt, as they say. So there you go. Oh, you felt that, Tanya? Oh, good. Okay, cool. All right. So, well, in that case, maybe I should just go live and do my other thing. Jim, are you still on? Can you hear me, Jim? So I guess y'all can hear me. If you can hear me, then I can just go ahead and go live on Instagram as well. I'm gonna try something different because we're doing a cosmic weather report. Oh, good. Okay, Jim says he can hear. All right. So stand by. I'm going to now do something totally different. Or do I want to? Because we've already done 11 minutes. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to end this here because this really is a test because I'm like 11 minutes in. I just wanted to make sure that the sound worked. And now that it does, now that I know that it does, I'm going to end this here, but I'm going to start again and then have Instagram at the same time. And then we're all going to be on the same page. Oh, sure, Tanya, sure. I'll give you a card pull right now. Let's see. For you, and I know what's going on. I know your situation. I think you will definitely appreciate a postcard from the liminal space. I'll pull a few for you. So the liminal space, you know, the liminal space is like you're not one place, you're not the other place, you're kind of in between. Of course, Tanya, of course. Of course. So let's see what we got here. Postcards from the liminal space. All right, Tanya. What do we need to know about your situation? What does Tanya need to know about her situation? Ooh. Oh, and okay. So I know some of your story. I'm not gonna like tell people your business, but anyway, try the opposite. This is a very interesting card. Try the opposite, Tanya. Now, back in the days when I was having when I used to be married, I was reading this book. I promise there's a point here, Tanya. There is a book called Divorce Busters. There you go. And I was struggling with in my marriage, and this book had these suggestions on what you could do, and it was saying that we get locked into cycles and sequences when we are in a relationship with another person. We will do one thing and they will do the other thing and they'll piss us off. Like, for example, they mention the woman who, or the partner who makes the dinner, and then the other partner, they stay up, they work really late. And then the partner who made the food is like really pissed off. So by the time that partner comes home from work, the food is cold and they're all upset. And so what this book was saying, and I found it really, really helpful, is that we think about the things that the other person does, but we don't necessarily think about the things that we do. But those things that we do, we're also kind of adding to that cycle because these are things that we do over and over and over again. So they're saying if you were the person who was home cooking, and instead of allowing your partner being late to piss you off, you could instead just eat without them. Or you could say, fuck it, I'm just going to go out and eat. I'm not going to wait for them. I'm going to make plans. I'm going to do something else. And it's like trying the opposite. So what this is telling me, especially, I think this really works with like human dynamics, Tanya, when we are dealing with another person. Um, we do the thing over and over and over and over again, and it doesn't work. It doesn't work, but we still try, and then we create this whole, pattern, and nobody's happy. Try the opposite. And that could also mean do the thing that makes you happy and forget what that other person says that they want. What makes you happy? Do the opposite of what you usually do. Okay. Woo! Close the portal. Now, also, Tanya, the word portal has come up again. We've talked about the portal in our classes and stuff like that. Close the portal. It's time to go. It's time for something to come to an end. I'm not going to assume that it's one thing or another, but closing the portal means it's time to go. It's time to go. It's time to end things. And no matter how attached we get to people, to places, to things, it's time to go to that next thing. And before we can do that next thing, we have to close that portal. So, close the portal. But you also got a rainbow. You get a rainbow. You get a rainbow. I feel like Oprah, the Oprah of oracle cards tonight. So Tanya, try the opposite and close the portal. But on the other side of that portal, there is a happy ending for you. All of these cards don't have happy endings. It just so happens that both you and CK got the rainbow card in that final, section. But the thing is, this is saying what I'm getting from this is when you are doing the same thing over and over again. What's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting something to change, or we're leaving the door open, or we're not saying no, or we're not moving on to that next thing. We get stuck. So when you decide to take these kind of drastic, what might feel drastic to you, steps, after you do that, you're going to get your happy ending. You will be in a much better place. But you have to close the door, you have to move on, and you have to try something different. And the try the opposite card, I'm so feeling, just because I know I've been there in just various situations where I have done, just like, oh, but will it work this time? I will do this thing and hopefully things will be different. But when I tried the opposite way, I was surprised. And one of those things where make yourself happy for a change. That was actually one of the tactics. And if you have spent a lot of time trying to make someone else happy, trying to do everything by someone else's rules, this is the sign saying it's time for you to try the opposite. Do something else. Do something that makes you feel good. Do something that will benefit you. Or maybe if you feel like maybe you've been being too selfish, then it's time to do something for the other person. But only you can say, Tanya, what that situation is. So I hope that's helpful. Okay. Hey, Virgo sun. Yes, I'm on live. Okay, so now that I've done this, I'm going to end this one in this session, but I'm going to do another. This was just supposed to be a test because last week the sound didn't work. You're so welcome, Tanya. So this didn't work last week. So I have my other phone handy and I'm going to go try this again. So I'm going to wrap up this live and I guess I'll leave it on. I'll give it a different title. And then, oh, it was perfect, Tanya. Oh, I'm so happy because, I know a little bit. I don't know everything, but, it helped to have a little bit of insight on what's going on. And I feel that those cards are really great, especially, the liminal space when you're kind of in that in-between place and you're like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? So, no problem, Virgo. I'll see you. We'll see you again. All right. So I'm going to end this for now, and then I'm going to turn it back on in like 5 minutes or so. So if you want to come back, or you watch the next replay. But I have a lot going on for the cosmic weather forecast for the sign for Libra season and October. A lot going on this month. So stay tuned. Okay, turn off. Come on. See, this is, I don't know, are we still dealing with, what do you call this thing? Is this the shadow period? Like, I've been totally fine with the whole Mercury retrograde, but this, I don't know, the shadow period is not helping me. But anyway, okay, enough of that. I will see you later. End. There we go. Bye.